It's an East End rivalry renewed when Highland Springs welcomes Varina on the diamond. Welcome to SportsWire. I'm Will Catterley. It's an old cliche that stands a test of time, which applies to Varina versus Highland Springs. Throw the record books out when these two teams meet. And that's the truth. Neither side has been lighting up the win column, although the Springers did have a chance to move to 500 with a W. That said, the black and gold made sure to bring the bats on this Friday night.
So to Highland Springs High School we go. Carter Sisk on the mound. Andrew Archer stealing second base. We join this bottom one. Varina came up with two quick runs top of the first. I don't know if they started early or what. Either way, number 21 with the shot to right. It's an RBI base knock for Reggie Thomas. He drives home the run. It's now 2-1. They got the runner hung up between second and third, but did not get the throw to third off in time. That means runner's going to come around to score, and just like that, easy squeezy lemon peasy. Reggie crosses home. It's tied at 2, and we're not done. Although great play at second base. Number 3 doing the honors for Varina, and then strike him out, sit him down. The great play was Keith Brooks, and the pitcher Sisk gets out of trouble. Still 2-2, second inning. The bats really come alive for Highland Springs here. That's a gappa! Or so it seemed. It's still a base knock, a single for Kavan Dan, and then ground ball just gets past short. Here comes Dan. He'll score. Springers have a 3-2 lead on the RBI base hit by who else? Austin Archer. More to come. Right back where they sent it. Heat-seeking single to center. That drives home a run. Springers increase their lead. That would lead to this. Fly ball, right field. That dog will hunt. It's an RBI single. Jumping for joy are the Springers now with a 3-run lead off the bat of J.C. Brooks. And then the big stick. That ball is hit high and far and deep to left and off the school. That ball will see ya next time. A colossal 3-run Parker from Elijah Archer. And Highland Springs would have an 8-2 lead. Springers go to the bullpen, and they do so pretty well. Christopher Draper on the bump. He gets a strikeout swinging, and then the bats just kept on a-coming. Still 8-2 in the third. Springers about to make it more. That's a single to left. And it would lead to this. Reggie Thomas, have yourself a night, young man. That'll fall in front of the right fielder. That'll drive home 1 run. That would make it 9-2. And then that's ball 4 on a bases-loaded walk. That goes for an RBI as well. That would make it 10-2. And some good pitching here by the Varina relief pitcher, Mackay Bullock, strikeout there, and then gets another swing and a miss, but the Varina bats never got it back going, and Highland Springs gets a big win at home. 10-2, your final.
Meanwhile, in the West End, perhaps no school has a better spring sports story in Henrico than Mills Godwin. As of the premiere of this SportsWire show, the Eagles were undefeated in ladies lacrosse. They only had 2 losses in baseball, and we're fresh off a big win against Deep Run with a pitcher heading to Alabama, and Godwin softball also was undefeated. Star pitcher Caitlin Hubley and the Godwin Eagles look to stay that way and move to 12-0 on the year when they played host to Maggie Walker.
Caitlin Hubley, the senior star pitcher in the circle for Mills Godwin. Again, looking to move to 12-0 on the year. They got off to a great start, as did Hubley. Strike him out, sit him down, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 of the first 3 outs came via the strikeout from Hubley. Later, bottom half, Godwin bats just kept going. They only got 12 players on this team. Doesn't look like it. Adeline Collins draws a walk. Adeline Collins steals second. It was a revolving merry-go-round on the base pass for the Lady Eagles. And then Hubley helping her own cause, runner on third. She's not going to be happy with a sac fly, but it is an RBI. Don't be too hard on yourself, Hubs. That's good for a run. Godwin with a 1-0 lead. And then the big stick. Nice footwork by the catcher at second. It's a base knock for Bella Ross and an RBI. And catch comes home, and Lady Poulos and it is now 2-0 Godwin. More runs to come. Runner on third. Ball gets away from the catcher on a wild pitch. So Bella Ross comes around to score. We got 3 in. Better make it 4. RBI ground out. That doesn't work. Hit the ball to the right side when you got a runner on third, less than 2 outs. Lila Palmer does just that. Mackenzie White scores. Here comes another run on a wild pitch. Eagles soaring in this one. 5-0 after just 1 inning played. Back to the Hubley show. Strike him out, sit him down. Nicely done low in the zone. Strike 3. Really good when she uses a changeup and then fires the rise ball as well. Maggie Walker bats did not know what to do. Godwin bats did, however. Second inning, still 5-0. That ball hit deep to left. I got it. Doesn't quite get it. Good aluminum on that one. Goes for a double, and then that would lead to this. Run comes around to score as Avery Fankhauser, after a double, she gets rewarded by coming home. And then another RBI base knock for the Eagles. Said it was a merry-go-round. They can hit, they can pitch, they can defend, they can do it all. Bella Ross, another hit, and her stat line for the evening. And then how about this? Stealing home! Oh, my goodness! And according to the pitcher, Caitlin Hubley, she had not done that all year long. She does there. Ball gets away again. Another run comes around. Eagles still not done. Runs were coming from everywhere. This time, ball 4, number 22, does the honors, drives home a run. White comes around to score. Eagles still batting here. Ball gets away. Another runner comes around to score, and you kind of know how this one's going to go. Eagles put up 15 runs in the first 2 innings. That'll help. Ball gets away from the right fielder, doesn't track it quite well. 2-run score, and even a third run's going to score as 2 runners are at third base. The runner up third has to go home, and she slides in safely. How about that? Avery Fankhauser comes across to score. 15-0 after 2, and they go to the bullpen and doing just fine, thank you very much. Couple of strikeouts, and Godwin will move to 2-0. They take care of Maggie Walker with ease. 22-0, your final.
Well, it's a signing day extravaganza. When we come back, we hit Deep Run, Highland Springs, and Godwin as several student athletes are celebrated for taking their talents to the next level. Plus, Godwin Guys Lacrosse looks for a comeback win when they battle Patrick Henry. That's next.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to SportsWire. Welcome back to a sports signing day extravaganza. We start with Deep Run High School. Yeah, a lot of schools have started to do signing day all in one, encompassing all the athletes taking their talents to the next level. Packed crowd at Deep Run High School for this night.
Now that I know Chris, he's one of my best friends, one of the best basketball players I've ever seen play.
In tennis circles, we have a phrase that we like to say, let your racket do the talking. And Grant is a perfect example of that.
Devin is a great teammate, and we would like to congratulate her and wish her luck next year at Shenandoah University.
Players and coaches alike sing the accolades. One from Navy, Ethan Mullenix, going to the Naval Academy with track and field. Shenandoah bound is Luke Hirschfield. For football, Molly Cunningham, heading to Lafayette College to play lacrosse, as is her teammate, Miss Georgia Swar. So teammates for the Wildcats in high school, teammates in college. Speaking of teammates, Josie Van Shafton and Cassidy Mikolos both continuing their swimming careers at Lafayette College and University of Northern Iowa, respectively. Liam Blondin will continue to play lacrosse at the Stevens Institute of Technology. Nicholas Wilkins will do the same. He'll take his talents to Hampton, Sydney up the road. Other names include Chase Prado going to Shenandoah University for soccer. Jackson Robbins also committing for soccer at Hampton, Sydney. We heard about Chris Suber going to Bridgewater College to play basketball. Grant Kruzma, James Madison for tennis. Devin Pierce will take his talents to Shenandoah for soccer, as well as it was picture time at Deep Run. Congratulations to all who will play at the next level. Let's head back to the East End. They introduced these great student athletes one by one. Highland Springs High School celebrating some student athletes, not in basketball, not in football, but around the spectrum of high school sports. 5 overall on this fantastic morning for the black and the gold.
I just want to thank my parents for sacrificing so much, for pushing me to be the greatest. And I just want to thank my coaches for challenging me, believing in my potential.
Marcel Keo, you saw earlier on SportsWire with an RBI base knock to help beat Varina. He is taking his talents to Bluefield College. And he will not be alone. His teammate, Christopher Draper, also will be playing baseball at Bluefield. How about this star? You've seen him on the SportsWire Spotlight last year. Heck of a pole vaulter, Kendrick Curry will continue his track career at the University of Virginia.
I'd like to thank my first coach for introducing me to field hockey my freshman year, and my parents for pushing me to go to every practice.
Congratulations goes out to Paige Freeman, who basically got field hockey off the mat. She will continue her talents at Barton College. Kara Page will turn the page and continue her girls basketball career at Virginia Wesleyan. Congratulations to all 5 of the student athletes and to their coaches, their parents, family, of course, and friends. Last and certainly not least, let's go to Mills Godwin. And folks, there's way too many to name drop all of them. The Godwin Eagles also doing an all-in-one encompassing signing day. 26 student athletes joining the fray. 4 from football, 2 from guys volleyball, 5 from baseball, including Luke Smyers heading to Alabama. You got 1 from softball. You got 5 for swimming. They had a terrific swimming team, no doubt. 1, Eli Campbell going for men's tennis. You see him there. He's going to Mary Washington. 2 from women's lacrosse, Lakeland Boston and Harlow Coker. One of the swimmers you see there, Katie Hodum, one of 5 swimmers. She's going to Notre Dame. Daniel Keogh heading to Randolph-Macon. He'll continue his men's basketball career. Pictures galore, good ones too. As we got 2 for track, University of Tampa, Shenandoah represented. Couple for boys soccer as well. Ryan Bosefield and Miles Dixon. A hearty congratulations to all.
And thank you to everyone for being here this evening.
Speaking of Mills Godwin, let's stay right there. Guys lacrosse action, playing host to Patrick Henry. Patriots already up 1-0. Big save and a beaut from their keeper, number 28, Luke Pagano. The freshman goalkeeper keeping it at 1-0. But Patrick Henry, they had other plans in the Patriots. Firing, finding the back of the net. He shoots, he scores. Number 3 doing the honors, Tyler Baucom. On attack, the senior beats the freshman 2-0. But Godwin would have answers. Yes, they would indeedy. On the attack, firing, finding the back of the net. It was all about Caden Link, and he was not the missing link. He would be the hidden link, and he would be the link that would get this game right back where Godwin wanted to, because you saw a link, want more link? No, I'm not talking about Legend of Zelda. Here he comes around the corner, he fires, finds the back of that, he shoots, he scores. Link 2, Patrick Henry 2. So, Caden getting the Eagles right back in it. That would be the score. Flipping sides next quarter. PH. Low-scoring affair. But this one, yeah, he shoots, he scores. And once again, it's Tyler Baucom with the shot and the goal. 3-2. Second half. Patrick Henry back up on top. Would that dismay the Eagles? Absolutely not. They come right back, ripping that one through the net. He shoots, he scores. This time it's Colin Blondin doing the action. Freshman attacker, he's got a great history. We'll be watching his career with great interest. Tied at 3. Here comes Patrick Henry looking to get back on top. Pass, fires, he shoots, he scores. Number 4, with the goal, it's Edward Gonzalez. The midfielder gives Patrick Henry a 4-3 lead, but the Eagles, once again, would not be deterred. They would find answers themselves. Good passing usually gets rewarded by big-time goals, and guess who? It's Caden, the non-missing link. His 3rd goal of the evening. That would tie things up at 4 in the 3rd. Later, more from the Eagles. Spin move, spin cycle, pass. Back inside, working it around, firing it back, and out he shoots, he scores! Number 30, Charlie Spooner, gives Godwin a 5-4 lead. We go to the 4th and final stanza, unless we have overtime. Pass. Good offense, great work on the ball, and then just rips it in there. He shoots, he scores. It's Blondin again. Freshman, a couple of goals himself, and Godwin gets a big win at home. 6-4 is your final.
If you like pitching duels, stay tuned. Coming up, we head back to the softball circle where Glen Allen faces off with Matoaca, where hits came at a premium. Plus, deep run guys tennis is looking strong once again. They hope it continues at Hermitage. Highlights are straight ahead.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig. Welcome back to SportsWire. You want a pitching duel? You want a pitcher's duel in the circle? Well, that's kind of the theme of SportsWire, but besides signing day, some of the best of the best. One is Jaden Tillman for Glen Allen as they square off with a very good Matoaca team. Jaden Tillman did her job. The other one for Matoaca in the circle, well, number 7 had it going. Kaylee Hodges. She is a rise ball specialist. Like that right there. You can't catch up to it. You got to cheat and almost swing early. Making contact against this pitcher would be a win. Strike him out, sit him down. She strikes out the side. Let me put it to you this way. You aren't going to see many runs. If you like pitching, you got the right highlight. Tillman. Jaden comes right back. Tillman again. How about some defense? You will see some defense. Number 11, Allison Va was tremendous. Gets a great play there, but then Tillman goes down. Hodges was, well, just dominating the strike zone. Strike him out, send him out again. Hodges again, strike him out, send him down. She would strike out the first 12 batters that Glen Allen would send to the plate. No score after 3. In the 4th, here comes Tillman again. She had double-digit Ks. No problem for her. Strikeout again. This time number 0 goes down in Madeline Ray. Finally, strikeout, send down again. Glen Allen doing justice. Jaden Tillman striking out the side. Now it's Hodges' turn. Strike him out, and this one looking. She gets number 16 to go down, Ava Cunningham. And then High Cheddar gets Ashton Limbach out. Still no score. Finally, another K. You see where this is going, right? Jaden Tillman, another strikeout. You want more? We got more. Strike him out, sit him down. Matoaca finally would get something going here. It's a base knock. First hit, I believe, came in the 5th inning by guess who? The starting pitcher, Kaylin Hodges. She ropes a double to right center, but that's okay. Jaden Tillman would leave her stranded with the strikeout. So, bottom 5, what could Glen Allen do? Not much. Another strikeout. And another. I'm telling you, Kaylee Hodges is like next level. So is Jaden Tillman. Between the two of them, they had over 20 Ks in this one. Nearly 30. Another strikeout. This time, Kayla Parton goes down. Striking out the side is Tillman. My goodness. What a job. Through 5 innings, no score. It's go to the 6th. Could be bottom 5. I mean, each inning looks the same. Finally, contact. That's not going as a strikeout. That would be in 6th. Still, though, no runs allowed by Kaylee Hodges. No hits allowed by Kaylee Hodges. Tillman trying to keep it that way on her end. But she's given up a hit, but hadn't given up a run. Gets a strikeout there. Takina Harler goes down. And how about Allison Va? What a job at third base. Top play nominee. She made one catch earlier, dives for the bunt attempt there. That would keep Glen Allen in this, because any mistake could end this one. Matter of fact, they're going to have to go extra innings in this one, because Glen Allen can't score. Yeah, Matoaca can't score. Finally, in the 9th, the bunt. You get a runner on second to start in the 9th inning in extra innings. That bunt was fair when it was touched by the defender, and then the rise ball gets away from the catcher. Matoaca finally scores. It's Lanny Wilkinson crossing home plate. 1-0 Matoaca. They weren't finished in the top half. That eats up the shortstop, and that would lead to 2 more runs crossing. They'd have a 3-0 lead. However, in the bottom half, same thing happens to Matoaca on the bunt. And now Glen Allen's got runners at second and third. Most importantly, the tying run would come to the plate, but it was too much. Kaylee Hodges. What a pitcher's duel. What a masterpiece. Congrats to Matoaca. Glen Allen, don't hang your heads. Matoaca, though, gets a win. 3-0 the final. To guys tennis we go at the land of the Big Herm. Hermitage at home taking on a really good Deep Run Wildcats team, and the best of the best, of course, are always at, well, almost always at number 1. That would be the case here, as Peter Lee of Deep Run on the front court was taking on Abi Kavuru of Hermitage in the front court. Well, now he's in the front court. He was in the back court in that previous highlight. However, winner, chicken dinner. A little overhand power by Peter Lee to get the point. Peter Lee so confident, he's working on the rest of his repertoire of his game. Wasn't even using his serve. Just kind of hitting it out there. But it made for a competitive match. I will say that, as Lee gets a point there. Kavuru would have moments of his own. Good-looking tennis player. Has some nice power on some of these shots. Got that one for the point for Kavuru and Hermitage. He's got a bright future as a tennis player, I would think. Forehand and backhand. That just goes out though. Peter Lee with the point. And Lee with some power and authority. That is down the line and in. Peter Lee would get the victory over Abi Kavuru. We go to the number 2s. Andy Yen taking on Evan Jenkins of Hermitage. That ball goes far, and Yen with the winner. Again, actually, that truly is a winner. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Jenkins. Andy in control. How about on the serve? Nice looking one there, and that dog will hunt, but not well enough, as sets him up for the spike and the slam. It was all Andy. He would win in straight sets. How about number 3s? Sriprath Morachetti of Deep Run, getting that shot to go. That ball was out, taking on E.J. Mead in the far court for Hermitage. And good-looking shot, except it hit the net, so point goes to Morachetti. And more for Morachetti. Boom. Tough acting to Nacton. Back and forth they go. Morachetti. Mead. And Morachetti, one of the few shots he was off on the day. Mead gets a point for Hermitage. It was way too much Morachetti in this one. He's going to win in straight sets himself, as that is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Deep Run, very talented. They didn't even have their top couple of tennis players going in this match. Saving them for a couple of big ones to come. They got one against Freeman coming up. That should be a good one. Go to the number 4s. Andrew Dunn with a winner there in the far court, taking on Inaki Parado. Little drop shot. Parado, good to get it back into play. Then Parado hits it far and wide. Point goes to Deep Run and Dunn. And Andrew Dunn trying to make sure Hermitage is done Nice little spin right there, and that just goes wide. Deep run gets the win.
If you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on X and watch episodes on YouTube. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.